So God's love is wide enough to just wrap around the earth and wrap around the earth and wrap around the earth. That's what it is. And then he goes after he says you would be the width, how wide it is. And now he says the length of it. And I love this because God's love is long enough to endure through eternity. That's his love. Wraps around the earth, goes through eternity. And then he talks about here that you would know the depth of it. That's the one I needed. Because remember the hole that Paul was digging? That's deep. And what I love about this, it's deep enough to reach and save the worst sinners. That's his love. And then on top of that, then he says this, and then the height of it. The height is able to bring you literally to heaven itself, to the throne room itself. That's incredible for us to begin to understand what this love is and how this love is not just this tiny little thing. And so this love that we begin to recognize is not poured on someone who's righteous. He's not poured on someone who's worthy of love. But he pours it on this weak person, the powerless, the ungodly, the sinner, the enemy of God. And as we look to that, I think it's just, you try to figure out why God would choose to set his love upon us. There's a passage, kind of blows me away. And I think if you've read Hosea, it'll do the same thing. But God says something to Hosea in the 3rd chapter of the book, there in verse 1. And he goes to Hosea and he makes this statement. Hosea chapter 3, verse 1. Then the Lord said to me, go again, love a woman who is loved by a lover and is committing adultery. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Hosea has married a woman who kind of was a prostitute. God said, I want you to marry her. And she continues to, with everything that he provided, she runs and goes to her lovers. The amazing thing is this. What Hosea does is this. He gives her lovers food for her. He gives her lovers money for her. And she's saying, my lovers do all this. Like, you don't understand. I'm the one that does that. And he tells them, he says, I want you to go again and love a woman who's loved by a lover and is committing adultery. Just like the love of the Lord for the children of Israel who look to other gods and love the raisin cakes of the pagans. And so eventually what he does is this.